You're watching 7 at 7 with me, Nabila Jamal. Let's take you through the overall COVID-19 numbers, which has crossed the 5 million mark. Total cases now in the country reported at 50,20,359 cases on the whole, with the death toll in the country now shot up to 82,066. Going over to the worst affected states, Maharashtra still stands on top. Total cases now at 10,97,856, while the death toll in Maharashtra now at 30,409. Andhra Pradesh, total cases now in Andhra at 5,83,925, while the death toll in Andhra now at 5,041. Tamil Nadu, total cases now at 5,14,208, while the death toll now at 8,502. This data comes in at 6:30 p.m. on September 16th. With the troops of India and China standing eyeball to eyeball, the Narendra Modi government has cleared a secret operation to take strategic heights along the line of actual control. The recent gains made by the Indian Army were made under the same operation. Here's an India Today exclusive by Gaurav Sawant.
Things have significantly changed at the line of actual control in Ladakh since the Indian Army's preemptive actions from August the 29th. And now with China dilly-dallying over the restoration of status quo ante at the line of actual control, India Today tells you about how a top-secret plan to create a quid pro quo situation was actually achieved. The government cleared this secret plan to take strategic heights along the line of actual control to prevent the Chinese from occupying them late in August and to give the country an advantage at the negotiation table. And we now know that the operation was codenamed Snow Leopard. The army on the ground drew out a meticulous and detailed plan late in August to capture heights that would give the army a tactical advantage on the ground and a strategic advantage in negotiations.
It is a detailed planning, almost about 2 months of planning. And when you say planning, it is a selection of troops, selection of weapon, their rehearsal, identifying the area, and then meticulous execution. It is each and every detail, because in any operation there are no runner-ups.
The army identified peaks on either side of the Pangong Tso and also at Galwan, Gogra and other friction points. Specialist high-altitude warfare soldiers were drawn, and as China engaged India in dialogue, the Indian teams planned to occupy strategic heights. Each peak was war-gamed and a time was set for multiple simultaneous operations.
The army initially waited for China to go back across the line of actual control and the restoration of the LAC and status quo ante. But when China did not do that, India realized that India will have to take effective countermeasures, from the Chief of the Army Staff, General M.M. Naravane, at the Army headquarters, to General Y.K. Joshi, the Army commander, the Corps commander, the Div commanders, several brigade commanders, and even company commanders on ground had to be on the same page for meticulous planning and flawless execution of Operation Snow Leopard.
On the nights of August the 29th and 30th, the teams were launched near simultaneously as inputs indicated that the Chinese were planning another transgression south of Pangong Tso. Operation Snow Leopard was underway.
I would say that the preemptive operations which are done on the 29th August, both south bank of Pangong Tso, north bank of Pangong Tso and other areas to dominate the area of LAC, they were done with precision. In fact, I would say the very planning, the move, the speed of operation and the boldness with which they're done is a classic example. And it's a competition with the other side because Indian Army do not trust the Chinese, and therefore it was important that it has to be done with precision and boldness.
It was a race against time, and before the Chinese could react, as part of Operation Snow Leopard, the army had taken control of strategic heights overlooking the Chinese defences, not just on either side of Pangong So, but also at other friction points, and also increased deployment in the Depsang Plains to protect northern Ladakh. You've been hearing about the reports for over 2 weeks now, and now we tell you that it has a name: Operation Snow Leopard.
Does this mean that China will now escalate the situation at the LAC between October and November like it did in 1962? Or has Indian Army seen through China's game, deployed soldiers not just on dominating heights, but also as part of Operation Snow Leopard, ensured that our boys are effectively looked after in terms of that supply chain, the logistics chain? One thing is very clear. The army is now deployed at the line of actual control for the long haul, and Operation Snow Leopard has many more. Indian Army has many more aces up their sleeve. With cameraman Kripal Singh in Ladakh, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
Cutting across to our second top focus, all-party meet headed by Rajnath Singh on line of actual control situation ends. Rajnath Singh chaired 2-hour meet on multiple issues, including China. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to make a statement on China's situation at Rajya Sabha, 12 p.m. tomorrow. This is the all-party meeting, which took place at around 5 p.m. now finally ends. Rajnath Singh briefs the all-party meet on the situation. Multiple issues were discussed, including, of course, China. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to make a statement on China's situation at the Rajya Sabha at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Cutting across to Bollywood's mayhem, currently a day after Samajwadi Party MP veteran actor Jaya Bachchan took a whale jibe at Kangana Ranaut. The furious Kangana now hits back at the actor, the veteran actor, sparking off a massive Bollywood drug debate here. Take a listen.
Kangana Ranaut has now trained her guns at Rajya Sabha MP and actor Jaya Bachchan.
Film industry.
On Tuesday, Jaya Bachchan had first criticized those vilifying Tinseltown with claims of drugs, and then lashed out at Kangana for her harsh comments on Bollywood.
I hope the government tells these people who have made their earning, name and fame in this industry to stop using such language. You cannot tarnish the image of the entire industry.
And as support swelled for Jaya Bachchan's defense of Bollywood, Kangana opened another front with an attack on the veteran actor. Kangana even went on to say that she had promoted feminism and fought for women empowerment in the film industry. Jaya Bachchan has paid the price for taking on Kangana, so much so that she has been given extra police security after being viciously trolled online. On the other hand, the Member of Parliament was lauded by many for showing courage.
I just feel that extremely hardworking people are there in film industry. And when you're talking about film industry, let's understand this loud and clear once and for all. It is not just a few stars you're talking about. You're attacking an entire industry which has so many lakhs of people there earning their bread and butter, making the name for themselves. Are you trying to tell me that any and every technician will go home, his wife and kids will be wondering whether he was on drugs and he has come back home to his own house?
अगर ये ड्रग का जो हो रहा है, जो हर जगह हो रहा है, हर जगह होने की वजह से उसका असर डेफिनेटली बॉलीवुड में भी जो पड़ा हुआ है उसको हटाना चाहिए, निकालना चाहिए, उसको जल्द से जल्द जो it is not the entire Bollywood is bad. Entire Bollywood is such a beautiful, it's an art and culture का एक industry है इतने लोगों को वो जॉब देता है. How many people are living on this Bollywood?
She has just hit the nail on the head. What we couldn't put in words, she has said each and every word so precisely with facts. It looks like that this is the only industry that is the nastiest one in the entire country right now. That's how it's been projected, which I totally stand against. And I don't think that this industry is the worst place to be in, how it's getting projected right now.
The Shiv Sena, which has been the biggest target of Kangana Ranaut, hailed Jaya Bachchan for carrying the flag for Bollywood.
The drugs debate in Bollywood continues to rage on, but as the camp wars break out over this debate, it is the image of the industry itself, the film industry, Bollywood, that has taken a beating. Paulami Saha in Delhi for India Today.
Now, it's not just Bollywood that has been hit by the alleged drug scandal. The Kannada film industry also mired in this drug racket. After actors Ragini Dwivedi and Sanjana Galrani, now two more top Kannada stars, Digant Manchale and Amrita Ray, the husband and wife, are currently under the lens of the Bengaluru's Central Crime Branch. Both were questioned today. Here's what really happened.
Top actors, drugs and VVIP parties. From Bollywood to Sandalwood, the drug scandal in film industries is getting bigger by the day. In Karnataka, two more high-profile actors have now been caught in the Sandalwood drug net. Actor Dignath and his wife Amrita Ray were summoned by the Bengaluru's crime branch for questioning on Wednesday. They were grilled for more than 4 hours and then let off. However, the sources said the actor couple will be summoned again. While the probe is only widening, the two prime accused actors, Ragini and Sanjana, remain jailed after they failed to secure the bail. Sanjana is now likely to be given judicial custody. Both actors allegedly have links to peddlers and had consumed drugs in parties. The remand copy shows messages exchanged between the actors and peddlers. As the probe continues, the politics is only intensifying, with opposition accusing the government of targeting them under the pretext of drug probe. This after there were reports of Congress MLA Zamir Ahmed, who had visited a casino in Colombo with actor Sanjana.
ಈ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಸಿನೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವೇನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಯಾಸಿನೋ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯಲ್ಲ ಈ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು ನಡೆಯತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ನೈಟ್ ಬಾರ್ಗಳಿಗೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಹಲವಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ 5 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೂ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್ಗಳು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ದಂಧೆಗಳು ನಡೀತದೆ.
These drug cases are found for last several years, more so in 2018 and 19 under the opposition government itself. Okay. For the first time we are taking it head on. They have not taken any action. That is why we are forced to take some drastic steps now.
The government has stood behind the police by giving them a free hand in the ongoing investigations. So far, 10 people have been arrested, including foreign nationals.
With the Central Crime Branch questioning two more actors in the ongoing Sandalwood drug scandal, the probe is slowly but surely intensifying. However, the opposition claims that this is nothing but diversionary tactics on part of the government to avoid important and pressing matters in the state. With video journalist Madhuar, Nolan Pinto for India Today.
The Sandalwood drug scandal is not just limited to actors, celebrities. Allegations have also been made against netas, their aides, and the center of it all now is Aditya Alva, accused number 6 in the Sandalwood drug case, who has been missing since the 4th of September. Son of former Minister Jivraj Alva and Vivek Oberoi's brother-in-law, Aditya's house near Hebbal, called House of Life, a high-profile party venue, was raided last week. This comes after the arrest of top stars Ragini Dwivedi and Sanjana Galrani. The question is, where is Aditya Alva? He has been absconding. What happened? Cutting across to the COVID-19 cases across the country. Now, the Serum Institute of India to resume clinical trial of the Oxford COVID-19 vaccine candidate in the country. Apex drug regulator, the DCGI there, revoked its earlier order of suspending any new recruitment for phase 2 and 3 trials after volunteer fell ill in the United Kingdom. In fact, Serum Institute is now free to resume advanced human trials of AstraZeneca developed Covishield vaccine in India. Now at the end of 7 at 7, we bust fake news doing the rounds in social media. So here's the claim: theatres to reopen from October 1st. The fact is that the government has outrightly denied this claim. So it's a false. Theatres may not open up on October 1st. In fact, the government says that there has been no decision as yet. We know that the cases have crossed the 5 million mark. Situation is quite grim across the country. So this is false news. Theatres for now will not open on October 1st. On that note, it's a wrap. Thank you for watching. We're going to have a special interview with stars from Bollywood on their stance with regards to Kangana lashing out at the industry on the whole. Stay tuned to watch out.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.